What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo Gee, back at it. I'm right here reporting live with my good people at Big Puff Smoke Shop. We just partnered up to bring you guys a podcast. I know you guys been like, man, Santo, where you been at? What's going on? So I know I've been MIA, but all with good reason. We've been working, we've been in the lab, and we're bringing you guys a collaboration with myself, Santo G Productions, and my good people at Big Puff Smoke Shop. Man, we coming strong. You guys let me know who would you guys want us to interview. Cause right here it's gonna be different because I'm not only gonna bring your favorite rapper, your favorite artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm also gonna bring people that I've done time with, people that I've been, whether it be in the same cell, in the same yard, but I'm bringing you real people with real stories, and we just gonna sit here, man, and we just gonna shoot the shit straight up. I be seeing a lot of different platforms, and I ain't even knocking nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like when you interview somebody, man, you gotta be invested. Like you gotta actually get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're talking about something meaningful, man, you gotta really get in there and be like, man, like I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for what you're going through, whatnot. You know what I mean? But actually listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I feel like people get caught up in their own agenda. Like you just, oh, I got people here just because the name is popping, just because this person's popping, I'm gonna bring them. But you can tell when it's not genuine and somebody's not really vibing like that. And I just feel like, man, we gonna come at it different. Like I ain't bigger than nobody. I ain't bigger than the program. You feel me? At the end of the day, you gotta stay humble. You gotta stay true to yourself. And I feel like people let the followers, the views, and all that get to them. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if you gonna have a guest, man, give them that respect. Read up on them. You know what I'm saying? Listen to their music. Maybe play some of their music. But I just feel like, man, there's room for us to improve and for us to really focus on each other, man, and build each other. You know what I'm saying? What's up with TikTok? My boy Raider Tommy, what it do? Salute Raider Tommy. I was trying to go live on YouTube, but man, I feel like TikTok's where it's at right now, to be honest. Yes, sir. My boy E Money, you already know. Salute, G. Hell yeah. Hey, I was just talking like, man, I need to do a couple of episodes where you guys pop out. You know what I'm saying? I need you guys to pop out and just tell some crazy stories, good stories, you know what I mean? Because I feel like we done been through some stuff. Like, I know I done been through some stuff that I'm not the only person that been through that. You feel me? But we don't really talk about it. Like, I feel like everybody's too busy trying to like act like, oh, I'm hard and I don't get scared and this and that, man. I'll be the first one to admit, man, there was times when I was in juvenile hall when I first got busted and I first was facing that life sentence. There was times where, man, tears will be coming out. I'll be in my cell. God, please, I won't do this again. I won't do that again. Like, fuck, just let me go home. You feel me? Like, just let me go home. Like, straight up. Give me a date, you know? Like, certain situations, you feel me? Like, in there, going through reception and all that. And, man, you go from eating street food to eating straight county food. And it's like, especially in the halls, you feel me? When we in the halls, I ain't gonna lie, man. When you in juvenile hall, you kind of get like the food that we would get at school per se. You feel me? It's like it's still kind of good. It ain't 100, but it's still kind of good. It's not till you hit county and you hit prison that you're like, man, oh, what the hell is this right here? You feel me? And it, like I said, like in reception where you could only go a certain amount of store. That's if you got it like that. If your people look out for you, you feel me? Like you really learn the struggle when your stomach is touching your back. You feel me? And it's a homie that's maybe in the calles you guys wouldn't even get along. You feel me? Maybe you guys are out there gunning for each other in the street. You feel me? But you in there and you going through those hard times, it might be that one person to give you a sopa or look out, like, hey, here you go. And a lot of times it is that, you know. So I feel like it's just stories like that, you know what I mean, that we need to sit down and just chop it up and tell them stories, you feel me? Like, how was you feeling? You feel me? Like, how was you feeling when you was going through that? Like, when I first hit prison, you feel me? When I was first walking off that bus, 18 years old, just went from juvenile hall to county jail. Now I'm on a bus going to prison, going to the big house, you feel me? And it's like the other emotions a motherfucker goes through, you feel me? Like, just scared, nervous, like, damn, like, what did I get myself into, you know? But you ain't got no choice but to face it. Is them stories right there that I feel like people can connect with. Because, like I said, it's stuff that, and it's sad, you know what I'm saying? It's sad because if you really sit back and you think about it now that we're older, you feel me? Like, more than half the people that we know, more than half the people we grew up with, they all done went through that. They all done went through being locked up at a certain point in time, and it's sad. You look at the stats, it's at least half. And if you look at the stats of the ones that are still around and out here, you know what I mean, it's probably even less than that. So, you know what I'm saying, whether it be you went through it yourself, your loved one did, or whatever, you know what I mean, you always want to hear that. Whether it be an old lady, whether it be a mom, they have a family member that maybe just paroled and they don't understand them, you feel me? Like, they're probably like, man, why is he like this? Like, he don't want to be out in public around a lot of people, or certain mannerisms, certain habits that you pick up that maybe if you heard the stuff that we go through and the actual feelings and you put yourself there and you're like, man, now I probably kind of get it why a person's kind of messed up or set in their ways. Because I feel like that's what me and my wife would bump heads a lot on, you know what I'm saying? Her being alone and raising kids on her own for so long and doing it by herself, and then me being in there and doing time and having to cope with certain things and kind of numbing yourself to a point. You feel like? I feel like, you know what I mean? You numb yourself. It wasn't until I had kids, like, and started raising them and going through my own emotions that I learned, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, putting other people before me, you know, and stuff like that, you know? Be looking out, my G. Shout out my good people at Big Puff Smoke Shop, man. Like I said, they got all your needs. Shout out Big Puff Smoke Shop. They got all your needs, man. They right off the freeway too, right off the 60. You know what I mean? Shout out all my truck drivers out there, because I do know when it comes to my subscribers and my people watching, I got a strong support from my truck drivers, from my truckers, man. So any of y'all, if y'all ever around the East LA area, check out my good people at Big Puff Smoke Shop, man. They're your one-stop shop for everything. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's once you hear these stories and you hear the emotions, you put yourself in there, you're like, man, I kind of understand. Because sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes that. It takes you falling back and putting yourself in the other person's shoes to finally understand. And I know because I do that a lot. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm like set in my ways. Like, man, I'll give you the world, but at the same time, like, when we working or something like that, like, I want stuff done a certain way. You know, I'm assertive, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, all it takes is me sitting back and analyzing the situation. Like, man, I overreacted. Probably go smoke a blunt or something, calm down and be like, hey, I overreacted. You know, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Type stuff like that. What's my biggest takeaway from this experience? I would say my biggest takeaway, man, is think. You know what I'm saying? Think before you react. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching, I'm live on TikTok, so I'm answering a question. That's a good question. My takeaway from the experience is that think before you act. You feel me? Like straight up. And this is the way I live life now. This is straight up the quote that I live my life by. If it's not that serious, you feel me? Like if it's really not that serious, if your life isn't in danger or your family's life isn't in danger, let it go. Walk away, man. Straight up. Walk away, you know? It's not that serious. You feel me? Like a lot of times stuff happens and we act on impulse. You feel me? And I feel like that's where we mess up in, you know? Like whenever you act on impulse, no matter what it is, it could be you wanting to buy a car, you have the money and you just want a certain car, you acting on impulse, man, you gonna get got. You just gonna get the first one that comes, high, whether it be high rate that you got it at, or they gonna whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna get you. And when it comes to you arguing with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be mad or whatever, but is it really that serious? When it comes to that, one thing I learned, right, is that whenever you get mad, you're whenever you get mad at somebody, that's a punishment that you're giving yourself on somebody else's accord. Cause now you being mad is messing up your day, messing up your vibe. You're punishing yourself on somebody else's actions. So a lot of times, man, you just gotta think before you act. At the end of the day, I was 16 when all that happened. You know what I mean? Now I'm an adult. I'm 33. I'm gonna be 34 this year. So I feel like that's the biggest takeaway, man. Is think before you act, and just worry about your loved ones. Worry about your health. Worry about stacking your money. Cause at the end of the day, it's sad to say, man, but if you ain't got no money, you can't really do nothing in this world. You know what I mean? Money makes the world go round. You feel me? So just focus on building, man. At the end of the day, this is the biggest question that OG asked me when I was in the county. And my young self, barely going from juvenile hall to where you catching fades to the county, he asked me, he's like, what are you worth? Like, what? What you mean, what am I worth? Like, I'm valuable. Like, he like, nah, that's not what I mean, bro. Like, what do you know how to do? Like, what? Like, what do you know how to do? Like, uh, have you had a job? Like, what do you know how to do? He's like, well, look, right now you're worth minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, fuck, he's right. You know what I mean? I don't got no experience, no nothing. I'm worth minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get hired anywhere, that's what they gonna start you as. So he's like, man, while you in here, you know, learn a trade, go to school, do something productive that's gonna help you in life. Cause at the end of the day, like that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? If you're not out here doing anything productive, you're worth minimum wage, straight up. And it's like, man, that's sad. When you look at it that way, like it's sad. You know what I mean? So straight up, anybody watching, man, educate yourself, learn a trade. You don't want to do all that school, go to college and all that. All right, learn a trade. You know what I mean? Become an electrician, a carpenter, something. You know what I mean? And man, it's scary right now even more with all this AI stuff. You know what I mean? AI threatening to take a lot of people's jobs and stuff. Like man, right now, like learn carpentry, learn electrician, stuff that you know AI cannot take your job right now. Cause even that fast food and all that, you know what I mean? And I don't knock it. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a firm believer in you gotta get a 9 to 5, straight up. You gotta work. You gotta have a 9 to 5. You can't just be a person that's just gonna be at home. You know what I mean? Like whether it be you living with your mama or you living with your girl. Like if you a man, man, you gotta provide. Whether it be you getting that 9 to 5, you being a dishwasher, you taking orders, whatever you gotta do, man, you gotta do it straight up. And I've done it. You know what I mean? I went working odd jobs for years until I landed the job that I have now. You know what I'm saying? And just blessed. But yeah, man, just put in that work.